Yes guys, what is going on and welcome back to another video. I'm in a familiar place. This is GG Autos in Southend. So what's actually happened is in the past, I've had braided lines on all my BMWs. We're not going to go into detail about why braided lines are better than the factory ones, but just in short, if you are tracking the car or pushing the car hard, you probably want to go for a braided line, either Goodridge or whatever brand you decide to go for. However, the lines on a car that's done 96,000 miles are probably going to be quite stiff. So I thought I'd get a professional to play with it instead of me. Because if you try and do this at home, I'm not going to lie to you, you're going to be stranded, you're going to be stuffed, and then you're going to be calling Tommy up. So yeah, let's chat to Tommy now. Tommy, how you doing, man?
Good, mate, yourself?
Not too bad, not too bad. Actually, I'm not going to lie, I am not too happy. I need to take this car out on track. It is getting warmer, as you can see. We've got lovely, lovely weather. However, the brake pedal's getting a bit soft. And as mentioned, I know it's probably fluid, but lines, previously I tried to be Tommy, I'm not going to lie. Tommy, it sounds similar, so I tried to be you, and it flopped on the M2. So I said to myself, I will never change a braided line again. So you have got some tips and tricks to do, which obviously will not reveal to the world, but what's the first thing that we're going to be doing on this car?
Well, obviously we're doing the brake line, so the first thing we're going to check is the bleed nipple. So with these Brembo calipers, they've got steel nipples and aluminium calipers.
Yep.
They tend to corrode and get seized. It's
Okay.
mainly the inside ones on the front. Yeah, so especially these older ones with bit of mileage.
Say it as it is, man. It's normally these crap cars that are normally just cheap and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
no, you'd be surprised. I've done some. I'll be honest, I've done some early ones that have been absolutely fine, and
Sure.
I've done some later ones that have been,
Okay.
you know, been a bit seized. So it's all where they've been used,
Sure.
when they've been used.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like
Yeah, 100%.
the time of the year, you know, some people put their cars away for the winter months.
No,
and
not this
people-
baby. Not this baby.
Yeah, so you tend to find all the road salt and that it does corrode
Sure.
the nipples into the caliper. So that is the first thing that we always check before touching the brake lines, because you do the brake lines, go to bleed the brakes,
Ah, yeah, stuff.
and you've got seized nipples, you can't bleed them.
Zoom in. So what happened is camber plates obviously increase camber, and we're obviously man's going on track, and you know I got to get the camber and that. So obviously I had the camber plates sent down from Williams, and I fitted them myself. You know, I said my name's Tommy. I tried to be you, and obviously it hasn't. Okay, so what have I done there?
You haven't seated the spring onto the.
So I've cracked
Yeah, the plastic bearing.
cheese and bread.
Yes.
But the thing is, the car drives bang on, man. Apart from when I accelerate, it viciously
Just from when you
veers
go lock
to
to
the
lock,
right.
it just makes a big noise. Is that
Yeah,
it?
I have noticed that it was beginning to veer slightly to the right when I do push on. So yeah, I'm glad that we've got it in. And again, this is the sort of stuff that you're going to get when you do bring it to obviously a mechanic like Tommy. He's not just going to do the job; he's also going to have a good look around as well. So thankful for that, and we're hopefully going to replace that out.
Yeah. That's sorted.
But yeah, so you were saying about the braid. This is the
Yeah,
biggest
so-
problem you're saying.
Yeah, so you got your aluminium calipers and then you got steel nipples.
Okay.
So
Cheese and bread. We will see. And there's another one. Did you say?
yeah,
Obviously,
so you
not
got
much light
you
in
got
there.
inside and outside,
Sure.
and it's usually the inside ones that seize.
Okay.
So
So you got a challenge on your hands
moment
today.
of truth.
Oh, what, are you just going to do it like that, Tommy?
We're just gonna check it now to see
Yeah.
if they're.
Let's see.
Oh, they're very tight.
Boy.
I think we'll have to use a bit of heat on them.
What, should they have come off by now?
Yeah. You
sure?
probably find it.
Do you want me to give it? Because you know I've been going in
I
the
don't
gym.
want you to snap it.
Don't give me...
That's
oh,
what they should do.
hello. Okay, do that again. So that just swivels.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. And the other one's literally... Oh, so you didn't use that much force. The other one's like shaking the entire car. You can see the entire warehouse is trembling, guys. You can see that one is going to need a
Yeah.
bit of the old Bunsen burner from science lesson. So outers seem to be okay.
Yeah, usually I've never had an outer one seat, so again, yeah. That.
Yep, good as gold. And then inner, let's see, just judging by his reaction.
Please be free. Oh yeah.
So it probably is. It probably is not too bad.
Yeah, and
But
do you know
then-
what?
This was the issue that caused for me. Like I don't know if you guys can see on the camera, but it was there because obviously this is the hose that we're going to change.
Yes.
And this is the one that snapped.
Yeah,
or
so
twisted
they're the
too
metal
much.
lines that go to the ABS pump. So
Okay.
do tend to seize there, but we can get around that with a bit of heat, and they'll all pretty much come undone every time. But
so
it's,
that is the biggest one.
Yeah, that's the biggest issue. And you know what the funny thing is? It's always a driver's side inner one that, yeah, the passenger ones do obviously get seized, but it's only I've only ever had the driver's inner ones snap.
Maybe it would be like the side of the road we drive on. I'm not maybe sure, but maybe there's someone out there that knows. And if you do know, comment in the comment section below, and then obviously Tommy will give you a free crank hub upgrade, even if you've got a 140i. But, so looking at our job today, what are you thinking? You thinking our biggest issue is going to be the fronts or the rears? Is it? Because the rears have just got one.
Yeah, the rears have got one. Really had a. Yeah, it's free.
So that cracks off as well.
Yeah, that's cracked off.
So it's not too bad a car then.
Don't count your chickens yet.
No comment. Let's get all of the talk behind that, Tommy.
Yeah, it's tight, but it's freed off.
So that tightness, is that meant to be that tight, or is it just so once it's off?
It should literally just be. Yeah, like hand. Once it's cracked off, you should be able to do it by hand.
So going after that, do we take it all the way out and slap some copper grease on it, or is that not really gonna? It's more doing it off than.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
it's always
you just crack them off and let them bleed out and that. Sometimes, if you pull them all the way out, you can pull the thread out. Whereas if you're cracking it off a little bit,
create more work for yourself.
Yeah, so if they bleed out, sort of thing, then.
Yep, that's the main thing.
You can put titanium nipples in there, which
I did look into that.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I forgot. So I was like, yeah, let's just go with what we know. So yeah, that so far sounds good. But Tommy obviously is going to get the Bunsen burner out to do the driver's side. So yeah, we will catch up with Tommy in a sec. Okay, so how has it been? You've put the torch down, as you can see over there. Talk to me.
Moment of truth.
Talk to me.
Put a bit of heat into the caliper around the nipple. So let's hope and pray that this is freed off. Ready?
Yep. Look at his hand.
Hey.
Lovely. Lovely, jubbly. So that's off now. Is it okay to reuse it, or?
Ideally, you'd want to take that out, but you've also got the risk of
threads out. We don't want to do that, because eventually it's going to happen if you do it. But
so ideally, what you'd want to do is if you were going to be taking them off completely, and
getting them
being somewhere, i.e. where the car could be stuck for a little while, and you could send them off. By all means,
refreaded and whatnot.
I mean, chances are it'd probably be all right, but I have done it before where it has pulled a lot of the thread out in the caliper.
Sure.
So.
Okay, so stage one is done. We're good.
Yeah. So to me, that is the most important thing.
Oh, for real?
Is the nipples being freed off, because I'm not too worried about
the lines.
Because again, you put a bit of heat in them, and they just come
straight off. Okay, man, like GG.
They get that seized.
Yeah.
You can't get them undone. So I'm happy with that. So
good.
To me, it's plain sailing.
But, all right, let's see. Let's go home then. Let's go.
I won't get too cocky. Not
cool.
Yet anyway.
All right, wicked. So yeah, guys, the bleeder nipples have been cracked loose. So that is, in my opinion, like Tommy said, one of the biggest problems. Because obviously, if we do shear one of those off, you end up drilling to get them out, and it turns into a faff. You don't really want to do none of that. So then now it's just the Goodrich braided lines you were saying, and when we do the braided lines after all four, the pedals should obviously feel a lot more firmer.
Yeah, so obviously, as you know, with driving these cars, having M lights and M cars that share the same sort of brake setup.
Yep.
Up with the calipers, and you can see how long the flexi lines are. There's quite a lot to expand, so when they get hot, they can
expand.
Yeah, I mean,
not like you notice,
not
but
like they're gonna balloon up. But
it'd be a big snake in the arch,
Yeah, but you know they do help with the pedal firmness.
100%. Cool. Well, yeah, we're gonna excuse the fun, Tommy crack on with the rest of the job. What is the brand of this anyway?
This is Mr. Rothenberger.
Mr. Rothenberger. Who is he?
Mr. Rothenberger.
He is your what?
He is my Lord Savior.
cracked it loose.
Yeah. Plenty of corrosion there.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen though, isn't it? 95,000 miles, driven by a top G as well. Hey, thank you, Mr. Ruffenberger. Mr. Ruffenberger is our friend. Okay, so what are we doing next, Mr. GG?
Right, so we've now freed off the metal line from the flexi, so we can disconnect that, and then we can disconnect it from the caliper.
Okay.
So,
and what's this little red? Is this because it's going to get messy? I see.
yeah, so obviously when you disconnect the line, you're going to lose a bit of fluid. So we put a little blank in there while we're changing the line from the caliper, so you're not draining all the ABS system and
introducing air and all that.
Yeah, and not only that, it's the mess as well. Hence the bag, so you don't drip all over your lower arms and make a mess. So we just 100%. Stick a bag there. We ain't got to clean nothing up and put the blank in when we disconnect that, and it stops any draining the system while you're messing around changing the line at the other end.
Okay, so as you can see, Tommy has fitted our braided lines and we've not snapped anything. So you can see there the hose itself, Tommy obviously had to heat that up to crack it loose, and obviously he's fitted the Goodrich braided lines, no cross threading, everything so far is going to plan. He's obviously now going to do the other side, so you can see he's got his operation bench over here. And he's going to have to do the same thing. He's going to have to heat up this part off the line, because that's where it comes into contact. And normally if you twist that, it twists the line and then you're in muddy waters. So yeah, so far, so good. Okay, so I've got to say a huge shout out to Tommy. He has managed to fit every single braided line on this car with no issues. Nothing has snapped, nothing has seized. It's about patience, and as we said with our friend, what's his name again, Tommy? Every single braided line has gone on with no issues. We obviously used heat and his method. I'm not going to go into it because I don't really know what he did, but what I can say is that we've had no issues. The next thing that we need to do now is obviously change out the fluid to get that pedal coming nice and stiff, you know what I mean, with a stiff like that, and then obviously choose some brake fluid. We're going to be running the 300 plus. It is a racing brake fluid, but also if you were coming in, you can either choose the 660 or the 700 Multi. But yeah, so far so good. Is the job complete?
Yes, all done. So the lines are done, fluid. We've had a bit of Nando's.
Yep. We've got to get some fuel.
We sorted out your top man.
Yeah, apologies for that. So guys, this is me. You know I am. If I can do a job, I will do a job. But these guys are called professionals for a reason. So big shout out to Tommy. If you are in the Southend area, definitely come and get your car sorted out. We're not going to give you guys too much information, but we are going to be doing another video finally with Tommy's beautiful M140, which isn't running anywhere near stock power, and that's going to be at Race Wars. Those of you that are interested, it's going to be a good day, but for now, I'm very happy to go back on the road and experience having a proper brake pedal. Big shout out to this man.